morning! I had so much fun with you yesterday starting to talk about weather. We're going to continue our learning today with talking a bit about white puffy things that are in the sky. Can you guess what they are? Clouds! You're right! Yesterday in our nonfiction book about weather, we started talking a bit about clouds. And in our book, we learned that there are cumulus clouds. Those are the white puffy clouds. And we learned about the flat gray clouds called stratus clouds. And we even learned about those wispy clouds called cirrus clouds. So today we're going to do a little bit of learning about clouds. And then I'll teach you a song and read you a special story. So just like yesterday, we started by talking about our schema, the stuff you already know. So today we're going to begin by talking about our schema on clouds. So I'm going to write the word clouds right in the middle. And this could be things that you already know. These could be new things that you haven't learned yet. And it's okay if it's not part of your schema. We're going to learn together. So yesterday we started by learning a little bit about a certain kind of cloud called a cirrus cloud. Can you say that with me? Cirrus. Pretty good. And a cirrus cloud is the one that's high in the sky. So let's draw a little cirrus cloud so I can kind of show you what it looks like. Kind of is a little wavy. You might even see some of these outside. Today could be a good day, depending on your weather, to go outside and to see if you could find any of these clouds. I'm going to make him a happy cloud. Give him a smile. So he is high in the sky. Cirrus clouds also are the ones that are thin and wispy. Remember we did that motion for cirrus yesterday? So they're thin and wispy, and they kind of remind me of hair. You could look outside right now your window and see if you see any thin and wispy clouds. Cirrus clouds are also pretty, they look kind of like stretched cotton. They're kind of like a stretched out cotton ball. If you ever take a cotton ball or even the end of a Q-tip and you stretch it out, that's why they look kind of thin and wispy. So we'll say they're like stretched cotton. And this is something that I'm writing that we can refer to together today. So you do not have to be writing this. I'm not sounding out my words because you don't need to write it today. Just listen and learn. So there's one thing. Let me make kind of a little cloud around my word clouds, so I don't have any of my other words inside of it. And I'll break it up into parts. There's cirrus. And one more side. I'll go all the way across this way. There we go. So we have cirrus cloud. Say that with me. Cirrus. Good job. Then there's another kind of cloud. I guess I'll go over here first that we didn't really get a chance to talk about yesterday, but it's called a Nimbus Cloud. Can you say that with me? Nimbus. And a nimbus is kind of like the big idea. There's different kinds of nimbus clouds, but the word nimbus actually means, here, I bet you'll be able to tell from my picture I'll draw really quickly. I'm going to draw this cloud with two eyeballs. And you know what clouds don't have eyes, but I'm just drawing it for fun. Nimbus clouds actually are clouds that cause, can you tell what I drew there? Rain, exactly. So when I say the word nimbus, I want you to go like this. Nimbus. Good job. So nimbus clouds are rain clouds. They're the kind that you can see outside when it's about to rain. They might be kind of gray. And they could also be really big and puffy. They could hold a lot of water inside of them. And those kinds of clouds almost look like big cloud mountains. Those have a special name. They're called cumulonimbus. Can you say that with me? Cumulonimbus. Pretty good. That's such a long word, but it means that those are the storm clouds. So if you see a cumulonimbus cloud, it's about to storm. That's a long word for me to write. So cumulonimbus clouds bring storms. That could be thunderstorms. There could be hail. Those are the really big mountainous clouds. I don't like to see those. How about you? No, I'm not a big fan of thunderstorms. Another kind of cloud, I'll kind of draw up here first. They're the long and gray clouds. And you might remember talking about them yesterday. They are the ones that kind of look like fog. And in fact, they could be fog. They're called stratus. Can you say that with me? Stratus. Very good. Stratus clouds, like I said, are gray and layered. When I say the word layered, think like a cake. Think about your favorite cake. What's your favorite kind of cake? Oh, I love that too. So delicious. A layered cake has different layers in it. They have different, almost like different levels. So you could have maybe chocolate and vanilla. You could have a rainbow cake with red and then orange and then green and then blue. All kinds of different colors in your cake. So they are gray and they have layers to them. They also are really low in the sky. So if you're not sure if you're seeing stratus clouds, they are always the ones that are lowest in the sky. So they'll look pretty close to you. Here we go, low in the sky. And last but not least, like I said, stratus clouds are gray and they make fog. So if you ever see fog, you actually are seeing a lot of stratus clouds just layered. Let's see. Oh, I should add gray to the word gray so we can remember that, huh? They're gray. G-R-A-Y. And I'll kind of color him in a little bit gray there. So thinking about a lot of these clouds, you might have even seen some of these outside before. And if you haven't, today after our story, we're actually going to practice making a cloud experiment and finding some in the sky. Now this last cloud that I'm going to show you today is called a cumulus cloud. And this cloud, you'll notice in my picture here, has a flat bottom to it. And it's pretty puffy. They're the white puffy clouds. Cumulus. Q-U-lus. Hopefully you can see over my arm. Sorry. So they're big and puffy. These are the ones that are usually found on nice cloudy days when it's not too windy. There's not too much that could look like it could rain. They're just the big puffy clouds. They also, like I said, they have a flat bottom. So if you're going outside and you look for clouds, you can tell, well, it's going to be hard for me to put this in. You can tell if it's a cumulus cloud because it has almost like a straight line on the bottom. There we go. Flat bottom. And the last thing about cumulus clouds is that they're in the middle of the sky. So they're not too close to you like our stratus clouds that are really low. They're more of in the middle. They're not super high in the sky like Cirrus. They're right in the middle. Whew, there we go. So those are 4 different kinds of clouds. And it's important that we learned about those clouds because in our story, we're going to be talking a little bit about one kind of cloud in particular. All right. Well, before we read our story today, I also wanted to share with you a little song that will help us remember to listen. It's our listening song. Let's sing it together. Ready? Eyes are watching, ears are listening, lips are closed, hands are still, feet are really quiet. You should really try it. Listen well, listen well. So this story is called Cyril, the Lonely Cloud. And it's written and illustrated by the same author, Tim Hopgood, that made Hoppy and the 5 Senses story we read back around Easter time. Touch your nose if you remember that story. I do. It was a great one. Well, let's look at Cyril here for a second, looking at the front cover. Number 1, yesterday, I know my front cover, this looks like a real photograph. So this kind of story, I knew right away was a non-fiction story because it has real photos. I'll learn as a reader. I'm listening for real facts, whatever I'm going to read in the book. However, look at this photo on the front. Does that look like a photo or does it look like it was maybe drawn or illustrated, painted? Yes, I agree. I think that based on the front cover, it's probably going to be a fiction story where maybe clouds could talk or animals could be talking. You could learn a fact or two, but for the most part, clouds don't have eyeballs or feelings. I know I drew them just for fun. But look at the front cover. Cyril looks like he could be, what do you think? He could be a stratus cloud because he is gray, but is he kind of have layers? Does he look kind of long? No, he looks pretty puffy to me, and it looks like there might be rain. Do you think he's a cirrus cloud? No, a cumulus cloud? He's puffy, but he's gray, so it can't be cumulus. Do you think he's a Nimbus Cloud? Oh, kiss your brain. Good thinking. I'm glad you were paying attention. So if Cyril is a Nimbus Cloud, it means he brings rain. Wonder why he's called the Lonely Cloud. Let's see. Let's have a picnic. Everyone agreed it was a perfect day for a picnic. Oh, a picnic would be so fun. Touch your nose if you like going to picnics. I'd love to go to a picnic. What's your favorite picnic food? I love that too. In fact, I love bringing peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on picnics. They're so delicious. At least it was until Cyril turned up. It was sad but true. No one was ever pleased to see Cyril. He was always being blamed for ruining everyone's fun. Look, those people don't look very happy, do they? He's looking up there all under an umbrella. They were having a nice picnic. He's probably thinking, hey, we were trying to have a nice picnic. Yeah, get out of here. Aw, man, you're ruining my nice picnic with my family. My hair's gonna get all wet. Even the dog's not happy about Cyril because he's a Nimbus Cloud and he brings rain. You got it. All Cyril wanted was to look down on the world and see a happy smile. The trouble was, he knew what everyone was thinking. I wish that cloud would go away. They're all thinking that. Look. I wish that cloud would go away. I wish it would go away. I really want him to go away. Hey, man, can't you go away? Even the kite wants Mr. Cyril to go away because he brings the rain. But how do you think that makes Cyril feel? Oh, sad is a good word. Upset, lonely. He is called the lonely cloud. Those are great words to describe his feelings. So that's exactly what he did. What's he doing there? Crying. Cyril drifted far, far away in search of a friendly face. He floated over farmland and rivers and bridges. Even the campers weren't very happy that he's floating over them, huh? Above towns and famous cities. Oh, boys and girls, if you think you know, here's a hint of what city this is, maybe what that's called. Put your hand on your head. What do you think that's called? What famous city is that? Yes, very good. The Eiffel Tower is in Paris, France. So look, these people are probably not very happy. Maybe they're speaking French like, bonjour, Cyril. Shoo shoo. Go away. They don't want him there. They're all getting so wet. And he flew over the ocean too. As Cyril drifted across the water, he gradually became bigger. Oh no. So he was a Nimbus Cloud, right? He's a Nimbus Cloud. He's bringing rain. But if he is starting to get bigger like a mountain, he might bring a thunderstorm. He might become a cumulonimbus. Can you say that one with me again? Cumulonimbus. Very good. He might become a storm cloud by getting bigger and bigger. And bigger. Oh no. Eventually, Cyril came to a new land. The ground was baking hot. Readers, be a good reading detective. Look at the setting. That's where the story is taking place. Where is Cyril now? What do you notice? Do you think Cyril is at the beach? No. I guess I don't think you would see an ostrich at the beach, but it is warm there. Maybe he's on a mountain? No. What about the African savanna? Oh, it does get very hot there. And look, there's ostriches there and elephants and maybe caribou. I don't know what kind of animals those are. Gazelle? I'm not sure, but it could be the African savanna. It's very hot. But as Cyril drifted slowly across the sky, his huge shadow cooled the earth. Look at the elephants and the ostrich. What do you notice about them? How do you think they feel about Cyril? Yes, I think they're so happy because he's cooling down their hot ground. Oh, and giraffes. You are right. Good thinking. I think it must be the African savanna because that's where those animals live. Kiss your brain. Good job. Everyone seemed to welcome the shade that Cyril gave them. Oh, wow. And a zebra. How cool. This made Cyril feel so happy that he cried. Not tears of sadness, but big, big tears of glorious joy. He's so happy. As Cyril's tears soaked the land, everything seemed to smile. Remember yesterday in our story about weather, we learned that when a place doesn't have rain or it gets too dry, it's called a drought. Do you remember that? And I'm thinking as a reader that the animals are happy because it's been so dry there. Maybe they haven't had rain for so many days. They're excited about the rain. They're welcoming it. Oh, look at even the lion's so happy. And that was all Cyril had ever wanted, to look down on the world and see a happy smile. Look, and after rain comes a what? A rainbow. What a happy ending. The end. Boy, I sure enjoyed reading that story all about Cyril. he didn't seem like a very lonely cloud at the end. I like happy endings. Well, now that we've learned about Cyril the Lonely Cloud and we've talked all about these different kinds of clouds, I thought it'd be fun if we do our own cloud experiment and get creative to make a cloud finder. How does that sound? Oh, great! You could go on your very own scavenger hunt for clouds after we create it. Today for my experiment, I'm going to be using some shaving cream. You might have some at home if you have a dad or an older brother or maybe an uncle or a grandpa that uses shaving cream. Maybe even mom has shaving cream. You might have some at home if you want to try the experiment with me. And if you don't do the experiment, all you'll need is a piece of paper and something to draw so we can make our own cloud viewer. See you soon with some supplies.